We're here and we're going to start talking about MLB The Show 20. We've done a sort of a new thing. You've seen the college baseball, you've seen the international baseball. We'll have the regular Major League. We'll have two versions of Major League Baseball on this channel. We'll have the regular Major League Baseball, has all 30 teams, true teams, and then we'll have the MLB with with 5, and then we'll have so that's one MLB, and then we'll have another MLB with the 5 relocated teams, and we'll tell you who are the relocated teams and who is staying. You got San Francisco Giants and the Los Angeles Dodgers. You have Colorado Rockies, New York Mets. Oops. You have Arizona Diamondbacks, Colorado Rockies, Los Angeles Angels, San Diego Padres, San Francisco Giants, Honolulu Islanders. That's one of the teams that we have relocated. They were, who were they? Whoever Bowie's AAA, whoever Bowie's AAA affiliate or AA affiliate of. Bowie Bay Sox. They're the AAA affiliate of Baltimore Orioles. So Baltimore became Honolulu Islanders. And then Portland, what was their nickname? Red Hawks, Portland and Red Hawks. I think the Boston Red Sox. Portland Sea Dogs. Yeah, the Red Sox. So, Portland became was Boston Red Sox. Now it's the Portland Red Hawks. So from Red Sox, Red Hawks. Then you have the Austin Bulls. They were Trenton. Let's see here. Whoever's Trenton and Scranton Wilkes-Barre. Whoever there. Trenton Thunder. They were the AAA team. At some point they were a AAA team of they were a AAA team of AA team of some team. I can't remember who Austin took over, but then you have Montreal Moose. Montreal was whoever Durham and Montgomery. Montgomery, I think, is the Biscuits. Minnesota Twins. They were Minnesota Twins became the Montreal Moose. You have Toronto Blue Jays, Chicago White Sox, Cleveland Indians, Detroit Tigers, Kansas City Royals, Minnesota Twins. Wait. No, sorry. Montgomery was, sorry. Not Minnesota, Tampa Bay Rays. So yeah, so Tampa Bay Rays became the Montreal Moose. Los Angeles Angels, Oakland Athletics, Seattle Mariners, Texas Rangers, Houston Astros, the Atlanta Braves, Miami Marlins, and then the Washington Senators. Washington took over. Well, Washington is still Washington. Just now they're called I'm calling them Senators. That was a team back in the day. So, yeah. The other team that was a team back in the day was the Islanders, but it wasn't Honolulu, it was Hawaii. So, still the same state, just in Honolulu. Although they may have been in Honolulu originally in the first place. So, either these are totally fictional teams that we have relocated the actual team to a city that probably is in the list in the running for a relocated team or expansion team. In some lists, not that they're talking about expanding, but if it were to be expanded, these are the cities that could be higher on the list of getting a team over others. Austin was one of them, Portland was another one, so we decided, okay, we'll just do a relocation for those two cities, include Honolulu, because you need a Hawaii one in there, and is that it? New York Mets, Philadelphia Phillies, Chicago Cubs, Cincinnati Reds, Milwaukee Brewers, Pittsburgh Pirates, St. Louis Cardinals, Arizona Diamondbacks, Colorado Rockies, and back to the Angels, Padres, Giants, and then back to Honolulu. So that's the teams. Let's break it down to see who's where. So, the American League East is all relocated teams. Bulls, Moose, Redhawks, or almost all. The American League East is almost all relocated teams with the exception of Toronto. So, the Austin Bulls are in the American League East. The Montreal Moose are in the American League East. Portland's in the American League East. Toronto Blue Jays, Portland Redhawks, and the Honolulu. Why they are in the AL East instead of the AL West, I don't. That's okay. It's okay to. The American League Central's all teams that were a team that were in the that has not changed. It's Minnesota Twins, Cleveland Indians, Chicago White Sox, Kansas City Royals, and Detroit Tigers. The AL West is Astros, Athletics, Rangers, Angels, and Mariners. So, having said that, remember how I said that the AL East was Austin? Had Austin in there? Well, Austin, Houston, and Arlington, which is Texas Rangers. They're total Texas Rangers, but they're playing Arlington, Texas. All three Texas teams in this custom MLB with the relocated and traditional Major League teams and the relocated teams. All three Texas teams are in the American League. National League. East is Braves, Senators, Mets, Phillies, and Marlins. NL Central is still the same. Cardinals, Brewers, Cubs, Reds, Pirates. West is Dodgers, Diamondbacks, Giants, Rockies, Padres. So, all the relocated teams are in the AL East. The only one that's not a relocated but renamed team is Washington, and they are still in the same division the Washington Nationals are in real life. So we'll have the two MLB we'll have the true MLB, and then we'll have the MLB with the relocated and renamed, along with the ones that I kept in there. So, hopefully everybody's going to enjoy this fun MLB League. It'll be on MLB The Show 20, and then MLB The Show 21 when that game comes out. We'll be doing it over on that as well. So, but the rosters, let's show you the rosters. This is Honolulu's roster. Portland's roster. Austin's roster. Montreal's roster. Toronto's roster. Chicago's roster. Indians roster. Tigers roster. Royals roster. Minnesota Twins roster. Angels roster. Oakland A's roster. Seattle Mariners roster. Texas's roster. Houston Astros roster. Atlanta's roster. Miami Marlins roster. Washington Senators roster. And the Mets roster, Phillies roster, Cubs roster, Reds roster, Brewers roster, Pittsburgh roster, Cardinals roster, Angels roster, Rockies roster, Los Angeles Dodgers roster, Padres roster, Giants roster, about to Honolulu. Let me show you one roster and show you what roster I'm using. This is the kind of like a backyard baseball roster. Remember backyard baseball back in the day? So they had backyard players and major league players on their and some of these players are former players. So it's a conglomeration of relocated baseball teams, actual baseball teams, whether there was a relocated team that was a fictional relocated team or a relocated team that was a team back at way back in the day, plus the current MLB, some of the current MLB teams, and a renamed team in Washington with the kind of backyard baseball roster. So it's gonna be fun. Our first game we'll do is Austin and Honolulu will be the first game we'll do. And that'll be coming up on Monday, and it'll be our first of 2 MLB games of the week. So this is we'll have the MLB Custom League, which has relocated teams, whether they were a completely fictional team, or a team that existed back in the day, or a team that was renamed. But Washington Senators, they were an actual team back in the day, so I decided to that. But Austin, that's a completely fictional. So is Portland. Montreal Moose, I think, is 2. The only one that is sort of I mean, I guess you can count the Islanders was the Hawaii Islanders back in the day, and then Washington Senators was a team back in the day. Washington Senators was a team in the MLB that was back in 1891. Sorry. It was part of the American Professional well, they were a team that won the World Series in 1924, so they were in 1981. So that's that. Islanders was back in the day known as the Hawaii Islanders, so we're bringing them back. And of course, Austin Bulls and the Montreal Moose and the Portland Red Hawks are totally fictional teams. And then of course you have the true Major League teams being Pittsburgh, Toronto, Kansas City, Chicago, both White Sox and Cubs, Tigers of Detroit, Cleveland Indians, Oakland Athletics, Minnesota Twins, Philadelphia Phillies, Miami Marlins, Houston Astros, Los Angeles Angels, Los Angeles Dodgers, Seattle Mariners, Texas Rangers, New York Mets, New York Yankees. I think aren't the New York Yankees in there? Oops. That is not what I wanted. Nope. So they were replaced by one of those. Cincinnati Reds, St. Louis Cardinals, Chicago Cubs. I said earlier, Milwaukee Brewers, Colorado Rockies, San Diego Padres, Los Angeles Dodgers, New York, or San Francisco Giants, Atlanta Braves, and the Arizona Diamondbacks. So that's our custom MLB league. So it should be fun. Make sure there is no transactions. No, we're good. So, like I said, the first one is between Austin and Honolulu. Those are the jerseys for both Austin and Honolulu. Home jerseys for Honolulu and the away jerseys for Austin. So you have two orange and black teams. In there you have Austin and San Francisco. There are two MLB teams in real life. That will be the real life MLB that's uncustomized. The not customized true MLB will do as well. I will do as well on this channel. But this is the custom MLB with the relocated teams and renamed team. And the actual team, some remaining actual teams. So we'll have the traditional MLB with all the true MLB teams plus this custom MLB. So in the true MLB there are orange and black teams with Baltimore and San Francisco. So we are just Austin is now in the custom one, and Baltimore is not. So we'll have two MLB. We'll have the custom MLB, which is this, which has the relocated teams and renamed team with the some real life teams with the backyard roster, and we'll have the true roster with no teams being relocated or renamed. Just a true all 30 MLB teams plus the minor league in that as well would be played in that as well. College will still do college and this. So we'll have college, international, this, custom MLB, and the real MLB. So that's coming up on my channel with MLB The Show 20, and it will carry over into MLB The Show 21 when that comes out April 20th. So that'll do it for me until next time. Keep on YouTube, everybody, and we'll see y'all next time.